So, the finale of the Shizzy saga. After this, it's done. Okay, if you guys don't know, if you missed in the scoops or the droops or the boops, Shizzy dropped a V2 video called V2 Community Racist. And they made jokes about everything else about them. You know, rustled some jimmies. He posted some clips with some girls saying nigga, nigga. Means different things in Japan and Korean, was implying that it was, you know, done in bad faith. But people were saying, nah, that's not how it was. That's not a fair representation. Also, apparently posted a picture of a person's face. People called it doxing, but it's like, if you type it on Google, you type that person's name in. I think they did their own face reveal. I don't know. I think they did their own face reveal at some point, and now maybe they wanted to walk it back or something, but brought that up to attention. And people didn't like that as well. So that, some other deleted clips that he put in there, he wasn't about. So he started getting canceled by the racist Twitter goons. And then some people who just did not like the way that he delivered information. Because my man was very aggressive. He's a very matter-of-factly, like, I'm on this. I'm grimy. I don't like you. I don't care if you don't like me. Shut up. Suck my dick. You're racist. And your mama's a hoe. Like, that's his energy. And so some people are going to be like, you know, funny. This guy's kind of funny. He's trying to speak facts through comedy. Other people are going to be like, ow, my feelings. That hurts. I feel like you're hurting me. And then they're going to try to figure out a way to hurt him back. Anyway, his girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, came out of the woodwork to cancel him. She came out with receipts. And she was like, I dated this guy and he owes me money for the rig. And he's fake, and he's this and that. Basically, was giving feedback on the video, but also just calling him out. Some people call it pettiness. Some people call it finally speaking your truth. You know, you might call it vengeful pettiness. Someone else might say speaking your truth. That's up to you, you know. It's interpreted in different ways. She said something else. We'll check that out. Anyway, he replied to talk about his ex. And this is what he says. How many times is this going to be your final statement? In regards to the Smash community, I found out about the allegations involving people that were part of my circle once the stories came to light, like everyone else. Not only did I disavow their actions at the time, I have severed all ties with them since. During the time involving these allegations, I was at home, and there's plenty of proof to show this, whether it be clips, testimony from my friends, or tweets made all the time. The Pro Smash players were being rightfully outed for their disgusting behavior. There have been allegations of me going to Mexico with Smash players who've been caught up in anything involving CSA. These allegations are both baseless and inflammatory. To my knowledge, this entire Mexico allegation stems from someone confusing me for D1. Considering that my name was not mentioned in any allegation related to these events, it is bizarre to me that these people are spreading the story as if it was fact. So they had people here making tweets like, this man is desperate. He's flailing around. He has realized the truth in the quote. The demand for racism has never been higher, while the supply has never been lower. No one has risen to this bait. Everyone is stuck to the facts. He has failed utterly and is furious. Not to mention him being a pedo. Yeah, this guy used to be a Smash player and he went for Smaxco for 15 years, if I'm remembering correctly. This person was an awful person. And if I remember this correctly, I think this guy might be one of the worst things that you can call a human being. if I remember correctly. Hey, Lester, how are you doing? It's always always that if I remember correctly kind of thing that comes up, just so you can, I misremembered. Anyway, someone else said, is there any proof of this? As much as I don't like the guy, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. He was part of a call out against Zero and Nairo. He went by D1X. Oh God. Someone thought that. Oh, man. So someone just simply thought that Shizzy was D1. That's crazy. That's crazy. I guess we do all look alike. We all look alike sometimes. Anyway, yes, Shizzy is not D1. And I don't remember the details of all the things that happened with the Smash stuff. I think I try to forget the majority of it. So I don't even remember. I think D1 might have even cleared his name at some point too as well. I'm pretty sure there was a point in time where he cleared his name. Rumors of these Smashers going to Mexico, I don't know. I don't even remember it. I'm pretty sure that a lot of things that happen here got cleared up in ways that people just don't care about, because once your name gets put anywhere into the picture, it's so bad that it sounds like gang here. 6 basically knew people in the Smash community and then got associated because he knew. Imagine like that's how bad it is. Like, because you knew people in there and you're black, or maybe you guys were part of a cipher. Now everyone that's part of the Smash cipher that's fucking crazy. What y'all gonna do next? Go after my gang shofu? Is that what people gonna start doing now? Now, by association, guilty by who in the fucking world has never played Super Smash Brothers? Number one, okay, we're gonna call people who play Super Smash Brothers, but like, it's getting fucking disgusting out here. It's nasty, it's rancid, and that's how the internet works. Though the internet will try to find out a way to drag your name in the mud if they just don't fucking like you, because you can be a nobody on the internet. You can make an alt account, have 50 followers, and then you can call somebody a pedo, and you might get thousands of likes, attention. You could be no one, just an anime profile picture, you know, Suzuki, whatever one you want to get, just anime profile girl, and be like, pedo, and here's why, and then bam, you know, you get all of the likes. So that's just kind of how the internet works now. If you can be loud enough, if you can get the attention, people will say whatever the fuck they want to say, no matter the consequences. They'll say it for the sake of getting attention without any kind of allegations. There was actually people in this whole VTuber fiasco that had genuine criticism. Genuine, right? But it got filtered out by the actual racists or the actual people who are disingenuous. That's what always happens. The people who fit in the nuance of the situation, excuse me, the people who are like nuanced and have nuance, they always get flooded out by the people who don't, unfortunately. But anyway, links to validate, blah, 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 blah. Showed a picture of him in D1. Terrifying because I have my filter on. I'll cut that off. So yes, I'm pretty sure D1 cleared his name. I can't recall the details, but I'm pretty sure he cleared it. But people don't care. Again, people don't care. What else? Why did you delete the original tweet that went viral? The initial tweet that went viral was deleted because it can't. I gotta put it back on the dark mode. This is too bright, dog. Jesus. Black really is better. All right, there we go. The initial tweet that went viral was deleted because it came to my attention that the women whose faces I had in the video weren't public-facing streamers. You guys made it extremely clear that the reasons you were outraged were because this VTuber had her face in the clip, despite the fact that she separates herself from her prior face cam streams. In regards to the Japanese and Korean VTubers doing the GTA as previously addressed, that was a clip that I found funny taken out of context, which rightfully pissed y'all off. 2 tweets that followed about me re-uploading the video were also deleted since I found out I could just cut the clip out of the video in the YouTube editor, which I did. Deleting the initial viral tweet was the only way I could remove her face from it. So there, people were like, he's deleting tweets. He's running. How can you trust a man that's deleting tweets? Where it sounds like he deleted the tweet so that he could respect the wishes of removing her face. That's kind of, I guess, assuming that explains that portion. So, and he shows here, well, the OG tweet got boomed, re-uploading the video on YouTube, a little trimmed out since the biggest thing y'all niggas had a problem with was Shorty's face being on it. I'm reasonable. You know, even though Shizzy might be somebody that people might find is aggressive, when he makes mistakes or somebody calls him out on something, it's funny. He makes in his video, he talks about accountability and being called out and how it's healthy. And then people, you know, trying to say, hey, man, you should be accountable for your actions. He's like, okay. Okay. You know what? That's on me. I shouldn't have did that. My bad. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have did that. Anyway, I'll take it out. I'll take Shorty Name's face out of there. Like, it's like, look how it works. Someone says you should take accountability, and then he's taking accountability in certain ways. Video going right back up tomorrow without Shorty's face or the Asian women in the intro for the trolls. Still ain't sorry for nothing I said. VT community is still ass. Y'all niggas still racist. And black people should still feel free to use their shit without y'all little meat. Oh, what'd you say? Without y'all little meat? Oh, man. Why you say that? Anyway, in response to the thread by my ex, I'll address my behavior towards her in our DMs first because we had previously established business arrangements. We decided to keep those arrangements going until they were completed. In hindsight, this was a terrible idea. Top 5 worst ideas imaginable because we just came out of a toxic relationship and the window staying open for us to converse inevitably led to arguments about the relationship. Guys, probably been there, done that. But when it comes to toxic relationships and it's over, it hurts. But cut it, delete everything, delete everything, block everything, just go. Do not attach yourself to it anymore because if you haven't, it's like a tumor, bro. It's like a cancer for real. It's like if you leave any of that connection still to your main body, it's going to come back and fester and seep into you. That's just how bad it is when it comes to toxic relationships. You usually got to make a clean cut and heal and move forward. Otherwise, you end up with shit like this. What about the other party? Who cares about the other party? Who the fuck cares? If the relationship is over, then there is no relationship and everybody has their own will to be a part of it or not, right? There's no like, well, since she's my ex, I guess I still have to keep some kind of healthy relationship, right? No. If you don't want to see this person no more, you don't have to see this person no more. If this person still wants to talk to you, it does not matter. You guys are now both single and you can go on and live your life however you want, regardless of what the other person wants from you. Okay. It's okay to be friends with exes if you guys can make it work. But if you guys have messy breakups or it's toxic, it usually doesn't end well. So yeah, specifically the toxic ones, which is what he's calling this one. Anyway. It was a toxic relationship that led to a lot of strong negative emotions from both parties. Does that make it okay? Nope, absolutely not. It was disrespectful and I'm wearing that. It is what it is. He said, yes, I was disrespectful and toxic in a relationship that was disrespectful and toxic. Anyway, I mean, like, he's not saying like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be toxic or I didn't mean to be disrespectful. He's like, no, I was disrespectful and toxic and this was a toxic relationship and I was involved in it and I played my part on that. That's just what had happened kind of thing. Not really trying to dial it back or whatever. This is what he's saying. I'm talking about the VTuber assets, despite the fact that I now have assets that match my skin tone. The lack of darker skin VTuber assets is an issue that affects the wider POC VTuber comm. I understand bringing up that isn't my problem anymore, but it does change the fact that it was at one point my problem and is still a problem for a wide majority of other POC VTubers, especially smaller ones who might not have the means to commission custom art. Now, anyone who has done art for me knows that I'm meticulous about my shit. I send references on references on references. I make changes on changes on changes to ensure my vision is accomplished, to the point where it gets fucking annoying for the artists, but they're always paid and compensated for any extra annoyance because I know it gets really tedious. Every artist I have ever worked can attest to this. Everything from pics of Cameron, stills from Senior Payo videos, images found on Google. I was no longer using the models she made, so I needed them redrawn with the same references I provided to her. There was no plagiarization on the side of the new artist. Everything was done by them through references that I sent. So he's saying that he got her, his ex-girlfriend, to basically make his model. And his model is based on references. She created it based on said references. And then once they stopped working out, they said, well, I'm going to take my model that I've been working with her, that's also based on references, and then go someone else and have them redraw it because I want to continue building off this thing that I had. But I'm not going to just stop because now I'm not in a relationship with my ex. Another thing. If you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife or a husband or like someone you like, okay? Don't do business. Don't. I think you think it's cute. Ooh, let's have a lemonade stand together. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a lemonade. No. Don't do business with people you like, okay? Friends, I'm telling you, get the fuck out. Otherwise, you see what's happening with Logan Paul and George. What's his name? George Fanko? Friends. How many of us have them? Me? None. At least in the business perspective. It's just always better because business can go bad. It's business going bad is always going to happen. But yes, continuing. Everything else were ideas I came up with. Again, I have decided to opt for a different model. Her drawings were scrapped, and I moved forward with other artists to bring my ideas to life, since I don't know how to draw, but always know exactly what I want. I always practice good business, and the artists I've ever worked with throughout my career can attest to this. This is pretty important. This is important. This means if there's any artist that has worked with Shizzy, they could come out and be like, actually, fuck him. He was terrible and he didn't pay my money and I support her. You know, this is opens up so he's saying like, no, I've worked with a bunch of people and nobody's going to say anything bad about me. And here you go. They can all attest to my character when it comes to working with artists. So this is, if it's just one person complaining, even though he's been working with many people, then it gives his, stuff, more validity. What this does is perpetuate a falsehood of poor business practices on my behalf when the truth is very much otherwise. And it's also interesting too. It's a little bit biased, right? Because when you have an ex-girlfriend coming here here's the problem. This is why I said I kind of didn't want to go into it anymore in the video. It was getting a little bit too messy. Is that when you bring in somebody as close as an ex-girlfriend where you guys had a bad breakup, then the information that you're going to be receiving at that point is going to be through a very fucking strong filter, okay? Very strong. Very strong, okay? It's not going to be an objective view of Shizzy and his personality and his character. No. There's going to be an agenda, whether she wanted to or not. It's going to be biased as hell. And it's going to be done in a way to probably hurt him. Okay, it's that's just kind of how it works when these things happen. It's a conflict of interest, is what they call it. And it's not to say that what she's saying isn't valid. I am not discrediting her whatsoever. But because she comes from a place of being so close with him in an intimate relationship type way, and it didn't work out, the circumstances make this a lot more weird. Slick. You're listening, but you're also seeing the full context, right? As opposed to somebody who has no relationship whatsoever and it's just business, okay? You guys feel me so far? We're on board? Okay, cool. What this does, we already read this. So here's his references, blase, blase, blase. It's muddy. In regards to the payment of the model in question, we had agreed upon two things. Number one, payments were made in 500 installments. However, I also made it very clear that due to my current circumstances and prior arrangements, payments might be sporadic. I have made 3 payments thus far with the intention to pay her for the month of May, Twitch payout being on the 15th of this month, meaning I will have made good on 4 of the 6 payments. Framing it as if I was not planning on making good on our agreed upon payments is disingenuous and harmful. So, this is what I said in the video. It sounds like there was a deadline, agreed upon date, December 2024, and it was an outstanding liability, but that does not mean that she's not getting paid. If they agreed that she would get all of her money by a certain date, and that date hasn't transpired, then that does not mean that he has not paid his artist. It means that he's currently on a payment plan that has not currently ended, which is a complete huge difference. But, the fucking internet, right? It's just that these details go unchecked or unnoticed because there's a lack of comprehension or understanding, or people want to be disingenuous and find a specific result on purpose, okay? But he's saying specifically that the $6K in total needed to be due by December 2024. And we can check out with her to see if she still agrees or says that, but he's basically been making payments, installment payments, and he has paid more than half of it so far. Sounds reasonable. Yeah. Sounds like this guy's like, yeah, I don't want to pay it all up front, but as payment comes in, I will send her more. Ultimately, the amount due was $6,000 would be paid by her, would be paid to her by the agreed date. Payment so far, with the most recent being last month, April 12th, 2024. We also get paid today, May 15th, and she'll receive another. So he's been paying her on time. Paid in December. Paid in January. Paid in April 12th. He's making the installment payments. How you gonna say you worried about not getting your money when you getting your money? Why would you make that a point? You got to delete a tweet. Oh man, see, look at y'all. Look at y'all always jumping. Y'all always. How many times do I need to tell y'all to chill? Don't be jumping side. Chill. Sure, it can ebb and flow. It can look bad for someone, and just wait for her to respond. Okay. It'd be looking bad, but chill. Don't hop on hop off. Sit right here in the middle. We wait until all the information is done being processed, okay? We're just going to wait. Be patient. Patience. Let it happen. Okay. I tell y'all this all the time. And y'all be like, no, I want blood. Cancel him. Cancel her. Cancel him. Cancel her. Jump here. Jump here. People don't even care. And you know what? That's the problem is that people don't care. I think pitchforking and bandwagoning is fun. I know she responded. We'll check her response too, right? But everybody likes it. You low key can do ASMR. Oh, thank you. How would I go about doing ASMR? Am I gonna get a VTuber and just do a VTuber ASMR kind of thing? But yeah, people are gonna hop back and forth. Anyway, it looks like he's been making payments, but she does have a response. Can you hate everyone? Yes, that's what I do. I hate everybody equally. For the complaints about me, well, specifically for your race, for the complaints about me spending money on other artists because I'm no longer using her model, it's within my rights to go to other artists for their services. This has no effect on her payments. While I understand that having each other blocked on multiple platforms makes comms difficult, we ended things very poorly, and being able to reach each other outside of business would be detrimental to us both. We have a verbal disagreement that I've kept to, even with the outside forces occasionally getting in the way, and plan to follow through to completion. As shown above, we have no reason to talk. Period. It's very clear that these two have had a bad past. And she was ready to expose his ass to speak her truth. Because she did not like the fact that this guy that she does not like is out here advocating for people to stop being racist. Weird time to come in, by the way. Weird time to come in, right? VTuber community is racist. My ex-boyfriend, he's not paying me. It's been a whole 30 days since he's paid me. There's bias. But again, let's keep going, okay? Because we need to see what she says after this as well. This is just looking at it as right now. No guilty parties here right now. Just information, okay? And me joking around with it as we talk about it. In regards to threatening her friend, I got aware of that. Out of frustration and anger, I expressed to both my ex and her friend that I wanted to put my hands on him. I'm a very passionate person, and I won't lie that my emotions get the better of me, and I act off impulse. It's a problem that I work on every day, and sometimes I fuck up. Not an excuse. It just is what it is. I'm a crash out. There was a lot going on between us at the time. We would argue as exes sometimes do, and things would get heated. Again, not an excuse. It just is what it is. It was wrong. I know that it was wrong, and I shouldn't have told her friend that I wanted to plant him. Accountability. The thing about Shizzy is that he's not going to, from what I'm seeing, hide his faults. You know, there's nothing that he's going to be like, you're not going to look up into him and be like, you robbed a person and I got, he's like, no, I'll just tell you that I robbed a person. You did bad things. He's like, no, I literally rapped all the time and tell people how I did bad things. This is just all. The whole point of his thing is he's just letting people know what his flaws are right off the get-go and what he's done and what his history is. And then at that point, you just choose to accept a flawed person or not. You can fuck with a person who seems all happy-dory and then find out later that they got all these skeletons, and you find out later and you're like, oh no, my content creator isn't perfect. Or if you want, you can come find out right now which exactly you're dealing with, and you can choose to take it or leave it. That's the whole it is what it is mentality. Either you understand his flaws and you fuck with it, you still don't care, or you're like, nah, that's too far. I can't really hang out with a person who has been violent or who has been aggressive, who has said these things. I don't want to be a part of that. You have a decision and a say-so in the matter that won't later sneak up on you as a surprise. But like, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense, chat? Like, you know exactly what you're dealing with and you can take it or leave it. And I think that's the kind of, I think there is I like it specifically. Now, the person says it's DJ Academics and it says, yeah, I did some Drake shit. Take it or leave it. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna leave it, dog. You did what? All right, I'm gonna head out. You can choose, you know, if someone says something they did heinous, all right? But if he's giving you and telling you his story and you don't like the story that he's told you, then you don't have to read the book. Bars. I know. Such a wordsmith. God damn. Oh, is that the oof? Internal. The way I disrespected Shorty was bugged out, point blank, period. We should have communicated with each other better. I apologize if my actions caused her to think that her art was stolen without credit. However, that is not the case. I would never disrespect an artist's work, and she'll be credited for anything that she made that I use. To her friend, again, I shouldn't have said that I want to plant you. You got dragged into some shit you had nothing to do with because I was bugging the fuck out over a toxic relationship with someone I was emotionally involved with to a high degree at the time, while constantly being reassured of us getting back together on her behalf and mine as well. Not an excuse, it just is what it is. These are the remains of a mutually toxic relationship mixing with business when it shouldn't and turning more than it should have. We would argue, curse, planting means punching, plant. You ever heard plant? Beating somebody up, punching them in the face, to plant them. I didn't realize some people don't know what plant means. Yeah, I think the biggest mistake here is Shizzy thinking he could do business with someone he knows brings bad out of him. I don't know if that's the biggest mistake, but I know what you're saying. But I am by no means a danger to, we would argue, curse each other out, say very hurtful things, but I'm by no means a danger to her personal safety. I never have been. It would have been best to completely end all comms, but hindsight is always 2020. As it was, and as it will continue being going forward, the only contact I tend to have with her will be strictly through her continuing to receive payments from the model and previously stated. That should just cover about everything that needed to be addressed. See y'all soon, B. All right, so that's the end of his statement here. I think the biggest thing here is that he was paying his ex. That's the biggest thing. She received a payment April 15th. That's less than 30 days. There's an agreed upon deadline of December 2024. So she's getting paid. So for people who are like, fuck you for not getting paid, she got paid. And thank God for the short doc. God, I'm so used to this being like 40 pages. Exhibit A. God damn, bro. These Twitlongers have, what is it? A table of contents. They got appendixes. They got to my wife, who I love dearly, and to my kids. Yo, they got freaking publishers, got editors. These things are full ass novels. Like, I haven't read this much. It's terrible. Chapter 1. They got narrators. People were trying to hire me. Do you have a Twitlonger you want to make on Twitter? Hit me up. I'll read it out for you. Chapter 1. That shit will be on a Kindle. These things are bad. These people are writing books. Anyway, so she did respond, according to what one of you guys told me. And let's see what she has to say. Maybe she'll say, you know what? This ain't worth it. Let's just stop right here. Let's just say, maybe she'll say, you know what? That's all the time I have. Let's squash the beef. I'm sorry. This was, we all just need to chill out. Oh boy. Nope. She didn't say that. Let's continue. I had attempted to contact you, 6X, Shizzy, about payment because you said no less than $500 a month. I was okay with this and congratulated on your endeavors. You missed February, no contact. March, no contact. And now in May, no contact. Twitch pays us both at the same time, but regardless, I'm patient. I sent a message asking about payment, no reply. So I think you can imagine my confusion. So she's saying that the agreement was $500 a month. He's saying that it was $6,000 by the end of the year, with some circumstances being, hey, I might give you $500 this month, or it might have to be next month, depending on how much money I get paid, maybe for Twitch or something, right? So it sounds like we might have some confusion here. Now, to my surprise, on debut, I saw a 3D model reflecting my assets instead of the 2D model. I do not mind you going with another artist at all, but I think anyone can imagine how this is frustrating when the model is not finished being paid for, but other models are being bought in the meantime and have the same images being used. Okay, that is fair. If she's saying that this is frustrating, that you owe me money and I see you giving other people money and you owe me money, I would be pissed too. Chat, how would you, do y'all empathize with this? Maybe there's a misunderstanding in terms of the payments, right? But if someone owes you grands and then you see them paying somebody else, you see them driving a Ferrari, you help them build a nice Honda Civic, and now you see them driving a Ferrari and you haven't gotten your payment, I'll be like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? But I think anyone can imagine how this is frustrating when the model is not finished being paid for, but other models are being bought. You can't tell me those assets on the 3D model aren't my art. And again, that is okay. I just would like to have no, but blocked everywhere. I've tried to remain business forward in all exchanges. You notice, even when you were crashing out, I would just have appreciated a response to the payments when I had initially contacted you in March via text, Discord, email, PayPal. Still, $1,500 behind when you had promised me $500 per month. Nothing. Nothing you can understand my frustration and thank you. So now we're at a point where we're trying to figure out, was it $6,000 by the end of December 2024? Was it a payment plan, or was it $500 every month? Period. And my man was just late on payments. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said that her name might be in some one of these things. So let me double check first. Oh. Damn. 500 monthly work. I'll be sending more on some months, but never less than 500. That's a written agreement. I think it said some months he'll be sending more. He never said some months he'll be sending less. He said never less than 500 a month. Never less than 500. But some months he'll be sending more. Fraud? I wouldn't say fraud. Don't call it fraud. Come on, don't jump to the... Come on, bro. Chill. Why y'all go from like 0 to 100? Like, fraud. What are you doing, Don? Calm down, okay? Could have been an honest mistake. I think the fact that there was attempts being made to make this payment is fair. I think it's fair that for her to be frustrated and upset. She sees something like this, you assume that means you're getting $500 a month. I'm very curious about that December 2024 number. Let me check the next screenshot, make sure there's nothing on there that will donks her. Everyone knows this information, but just in case. Contacting you in regards to your live 2D project. This was March 24th. You agreed to pay at least $500 per month till the date of December. You're now 2 months delayed, amounting to $1,000. Wanted to figure out what is wrong or what is the cause of the delay. And then she showed that she messaged him, but he didn't get any of these messages because they have it blocked. Contact you in regard to your live 2D project. You agreed to pay at least $500 per month till due date of December. How do you pay at least $500 until the due date of December? If you would reach $6,000 before then, right? 5 divided by 12 is 12. That's 12 payments. 6,000 divided by 500 is 12. It's a year. It's basically a year, right? So it sounds like if he gave $500 for a full year, that by the end of December 2024, the amount would have been paid. That's what it sounds like. It was a year. They spread out the payment of $6,000 over a term of 12 months. That's what sounds like what's happening. As he was supposed to pay $500 a month at a minimum. He said that sometimes he would pay her a little bit more, but then he missed 2 months of payments, 2 monthly payments. Should have went to a lawyer and not Twitter. What do you? No, that's not how life works. You can't just go to a lawyer for some of this shit. It don't work that way. You can't just go to a police or go to a lawyer. You can't just go to you can't just go to these fucking institutions and hope, maybe pay a lawyer $10,000 so that you can get $200 back. Okay. Don't always work that way. Okay. There is power in social media. You'll even see people like Tectone. You'll see people, content creators, who know that they can't hire a lawyer, it wouldn't be worth it. So they'll start they'll make a tweet and they'll be like, Why haven't you released my fucking cup yet? I'm trying to do gamer subs and you haven't released my cup, and you start some shit on Twitter and they might be like, I don't want to get Twitter canceled. So you can use social media as a way to make shit happen. People do it all the time. Anyway, you need music in the background? No. The only music you will listen to is the sound of my lips smacking together as I drink my tea. Anyway, so that's what happened. It looks like he was late on his payments. He said, I read the G-Doc and he said he was going to pay you today, but what did you get replied with in the text message? And she said, I don't think he would want me to show the reply. Someone said, I'm sure he didn't want you to show the world how he's a deadbeat that has abused the goodwill and patience of an artist, but here we are. Put him on blast for the world to see. So let me understand this. It sounds like he was just late 2 months, and her wanting to know if she's going to get paid on time and properly was fair. He paid in April. He paid in January. He missed 2 months. And now she's saying that she's worried that she might not get her payments properly. Number one, because he missed 2 payments. And number two, he's giving money to other people for his art, for his commissions. So I do think for Woofins, her name is Woofins or Bree, would you guys say that this is genuine frustration on her part? She should be frustrated because she didn't get paid for 2 months. Is it fair? Now, I wouldn't just say he's a fraud. I think that's crazy. Somebody's going for like, damn, he missed 2 months? Fraud, right? Why are y'all going all the way to the end? It's not like his man isn't contributing money. Maybe he's late, sure, but god damn, calling him a fraud is crazy. She shouldn't have agreed to the payment plan. That's her fault? Nah. So if there was agreement and it was written and it was set, it was a written agreement, by the way. If you guys don't know, I don't know if you guys study law or know anything about it. I do. But there are such things as written agreements that are not going to be voided for any other reason. If you write something and you say that you're going to do something in writing, then it is now a contract. And that contract was a written contract to say that I am going to do XYZ writtenly. Okay? That's basic business law 101. If you don't know, it's okay. That's all right. I'm here to help you because Uncle Omni knows all that shit. So he said specifically he was going to pay her at least $500 for a month. He broke the contract. She's upset because not only is he not paying her on time, but he's also spending his money to do other things. Now, I guess somebody could argue here that maybe he's buying these other things for his VTuber models so that he can make more money, right? My man's he's hustling. He's like, all right, I need to upgrade my shit, start making more content. And then as the money comes in, the money comes in. He could be in a place where he didn't have the money, but they're not communicating because he has her blocked everywhere. And it's not just, if it's just business, then she has every right to be frustrated, just business. Now, if he has a place where maybe he's forgotten the payments or XYZ, he doesn't have it, then that means that he has to open up the communications and they have to talk a little bit more. So if Gang Gang couldn't afford to pay for 2 months, he probably should have just communicated, hey, I can't pay for 2 months. If he forgot, he's got to communicate. He's got to talk. And he didn't want to talk to her because that's his ex. So he cut off comms. But because she's your ex and you're in business, it gets messy. It gets messy. You don't want to communicate with your ex, but you're in business with your ex for an entire year. So that means that you either A, you pay your amount on time and you don't give your money to anybody else, right? Or B, you open up communication with your ex. So if this was just a business standpoint, it was a credit card agency. Credit cards would be like, where the fuck is my money? Where's my money? And also she does feel like her artwork was basically taken and being used and redistributed by other people. Hey, this is what my ex made. I want you to redraw, remake it, whatever, maybe use the same assets. I don't know. I don't know if they use the same assets. He said that it was being redrawn. I think she's communicating that it wasn't. I am not the artist scientist here. But yeah, that seems to be the end of it now. And at this point, I think she makes a good point. Was there anything that I miss? Said, that's what I've been wondering about this morning. Did he basically run off and hire another artist? Did they gift it to him? Or worse, is he late on payments with them too? Usually I prefer full payment up front and I don't work, but as an artist, I hope you never let anyone hire you for less than at least half a down payment. Are we done with this whole Shizzy situation? Is there anything else that we need to talk about? It sounds like, unless Shizzy responds, it sounds like he needed to pay homie $500 a month. At the very least, he didn't. She came out pissed off because she's not getting paid money. Okay? Rightfully so. Her payments are late. And he's using his money for other things properly. Or maybe he's not paying other people. He has another. Don't know. The docs basically cleared up the fact that people thought that he was D1, which is fucking crazy. Somebody thought he was D1. And the worst part is that D1, they cleared his name. Anyway, that's where we are. I think that's the update. So now you guys can let me know if there's anything that happens in between. I genuinely, to wrap this up, I hope that Six and his ex open up comms just to squash the beef. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But maybe find a middle ground. Maybe just find a way to just not. I would recommend peace. Let's find the avenue and the route of the least amount of friction. Let's put our shit behind us. Let's figure out what we need to do to make things right so that we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. I am a tea sipping heathen. You guys know that. I have the tea right here and I'm a heathen. But never at the expense of other people's happiness or being hurt, sadness, anything like that. Fucking crazy ass drama. I don't know. James Charles shit, whatever. Sip the tea. What's wrong with you? You know, but this right here, we're pulling up receipts. People are hurt. We're talking about money. We have close relationship stuff. It stops becoming, it's not fun at that point. Then it's fun watching Shizzy call out the VTuber community. That's fun. That was absolutely hilarious. That's the tea I live for. Not so much more fun when you have personal relationships. That's some real human shit. And it's getting to the point where it's like, that's the part where I'm like, all right, guys, I need y'all to figure it out because I don't thrive off that energy. Does that make sense? Like Will and Jada, yeah. I don't thrive off that one. Got it. All right, you guys send me, you guys said that Visex responded. Yes! Thank God. We got it. Shorty and I had a conversation and we're able to end things positively. Sometimes toxic relations spill over into other things and shit gets really messy. We heard each other. We resolved our issues. We both apologized and are staying out of each other's lives. Monetary business handled properly. Credit will be given where applicable and a properly worded agreement has been reached. Don't attack her. Did that. We're good. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. That's a good ending. There we go. That's a W. All right. We are free. It's over. It's officially over. The end of all of this is on. We're done. Okay. No more Jimmy's getting rustled. No more trying to cancel people. We're good. That's the ending. Okay. Ah, Lord. I was scared that this was going to keep getting worse and worse and messy and messier. I'm very happy. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy, 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 Lordy. Whew. I'm happy. I actually feel like a sigh of relief. That feels good. Oh, man, I needed that. I feel like for me, I felt a large sigh of relief, some stress coming out of that.